Hello, and welcome to a new episode with your host, Vinney Chopra. I'm so excited to have you here as we dive deep into the world of real estate investing, syndications, abundance mindset, and building generational wealth. We are excited to be in the top 1.5% of the real estate podcasts. Got number 11 actually out of top 50 real estate syndication podcasts. Thanks to you. Each episode, we bring powerful insights, expert guests, and actionable strategies to help you take your investing game to the next level. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just getting started, if you love what you hear, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media so that we can never miss an episode. Your support helps us continue sharing valuable content with more people like you. Now let's jump into today's episode. Thank you.
Good morning. This is the Abundance Mindset Podcast. Sit back and relax as we discuss hot topics on how to handle and grow your business, self-development, and how positivity can bring profitability in your life. Here are your hosts, Vinney and Gualter.
Welcome back. This is Abundance Thursdays with myself, Gualter, Amarelo, and the great Vinney Chopra. Welcome back, Vinney. Where are you at today?
Hey, brother, in my backyard today. I've been gone for 6 days, business trip to Phoenix and to Dallas. So it was really worthwhile.
And you got to meet one of my heroes. You got to meet one of the greatest legends in real estate, Ken McElroy. What was that
and
like,
McElroy,
meeting him in person?
It was fantastic. What a genuine guy. I met him, hugged him, shook hands, and of course, he signed his book. I had taken the book that inspired me, ABC of Investing in Real Estate. 20 years back, I came to know that book. And then I gave him signed copies of my 3 books. So he was able to really fan them and take several pictures and so forth. He got a really good award from Bronson Hill, my buddy also. So that was nice. And I think Russell Gray was there too, who is also very big icon in the apartment industry. And now he's going into teaching the youth and financial things. So that was fantastic to meet some celebrities and to speak on the same stage with the mastermind. That was awesome.
So, Vinney, that is an opportunity that I think very few people can say. You were on the same stage as Ken McElroy, who is the first book that I read that really got my mind into multifamily and helped me understand I could do multifamily was ABC's of Real Estate Investing as well. And I'd owned a couple small multifamilies, but I didn't really think I could scale. I didn't really know what I was doing. I got lucky on those deals. And then I started learning a system for repeating it. And he got me thinking about hundreds of units instead of 3 units at a time.
Yes.
So, what an amazing perspective. So today's principle for everybody who is not familiar with Abundance Thursdays, this is something Vinney and I do every Thursday, as long as he's not traveling or I'm not traveling. And last week he was traveling, so we skipped, but we're now doing Wealth Principle 24, the power of stick-to-itiveness. And this is a principle that comes from doing things, from actually thinking right thoughts, but then actually sticking to those thoughts long enough for them to manifest. Vinney, why is it important for people to stick to things? Why can't you just manifest and then be wrch? What's wrong with the universe?
Oh my gosh. If everybody thought that way, that, hey, I've got aspirations, I've got dreams, I'm going to write them down on the gold sheet and then manifest, just be thinking about it, but not doing anything about it, and I'll reach my success or be overnight millionaire overnight. That's just not there. It's just not there at all. Everybody would be rich and wealthy and they will be traveling and spending time with family, all that. See, we got to really pinpoint where we want to go. Number one, the whys. I say the whys, WHY. If that is not concrete, that's not well thought through, that's not really something that you want to go for. See, that's the main part. If the why is strong enough and we stick to our goals, the passion comes. And the passion, the action, every day working and all that will lead us to manifestation. So you think what you think you achieve is very common phrase, right? But it's not just thinking. No, you won't just think and accomplish goals. You got to work every day, every moment with passion and stick to it. That's our goal today, right? Our chapter is sticking with it, being bolder. I sent some notes. Maybe you want to read them a little bit and
Yeah,
then we'll
I'm
dig
looking at the
into
notes right now.
those.
Yeah. So everybody who is on the call, book of the week is also The Alchemist, right? Paul Coelho wrote
Yes.
this book, The Alchemist, and Vinny's notes this week actually tie in how stick-to-itiveness and the journey of the alchemist are a component to a person's success. So we just covered your dreams are closer than you think, and we are talking about thinking and how dreams are. You have to have a why, right? It's the power of it.
Yeah.
So Vinny mentioned goals, right? A dream is just a dream. It will never come true until it becomes a goal. And the difference between a dream and a goal is a date. You put a date
Yeah.
on a goal and you put
Yep.
metrics on a goal, and then
Yeah.
you can actually manifest these things. And the only way those metrics and goals, again, because that's all paperwork,
Yeah.
happen is when you start doing the things. And it's about the journey, right? This book
Yeah.
that we're talking about, The Alchemist, was about the journey. So the
Journey.
journey begins within. You just covered that component. When Santiago was going through his journey, it came from within.
Yep.
Stick-to-itiveness. He had to figure it out. Everybody's journey is gonna be different. I said this on somebody the other day, was like, how do I become financially free? And it's like, dude, like, you're already a millionaire. The fact that you're not financially free is really a function of you're not using your money. So your equity or your dollars aren't being used properly to make you financially free. But also, it's your journey, your financial freedom number. Somebody told me yesterday, $70,000 a month was their financial freedom number. I asked them, what are you making right now? And it's about
Yes.
$7,000 a month. So, Vinny, there's a disconnect with the journey, right? So
Yes.
they're dreaming over here, but they're living in a
Mm-hmm.
space that doesn't even, there's no why. The why wasn't big enough,
Yeah.
right? Because they're not living off of 70,000. So why do they really want 70,000? So
Yes. Yes.
the universe aligns when you don't give up. Why does that happen?
It's amazing. I know lots of us have read the books. I know one really made a big difference in my life was The Secret. The Secret by Rhonda Burns. And then I did more research, found out there was some other, the law of attraction, law of manifestation that was written back in 1933 also. The key thing is if your whys are not strong enough, it's not just that, but your intentions of achieving your why should be very clear and very bold. And it's like the radio signal. Let me just say that. Just if there is a television studio towers or whatever, or the radio towers, if the signal is not too strong, lots of people won't really be able to hear that music or that show or watch it. Similarly, law of attraction talks about how intentional you are to what you want to achieve, and is your signal strong enough to reach the cosmo? I say cosmo or the world, because if it's that strong, then the people you don't know yet, they will grab that signal and they will be coming from all which ways to get attracted to you to accomplish your what you want to desire to do. So this is a
I love
huge
this.
thing. Please go ahead.
The universe is attracted to the signal you're putting out, and it's the
Yeah.
people. It's not just
Yes.
putting it to the universe. It's the people that signal attracts who are going to do the work or give you the strategy or
Yes.
give you the idea or give you the
Yes.
capital or give you the connections. I just got off the phone literally right before this call. It was about an hour ago. I got off with a gentleman whose net worth is about 5 million. Much of it is
Yep.
in real estate, not real, no real estate. Much of his
Uh-huh.
net worth is in stocks and then in his business. And it was kind of about 50-50 both. And he was saying, I really want, so the stock market dropped today, right? Dropped a lot today, dropped
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
And he said, I want to get out of much of this exposure, but he said, I want to get into real estate because I see the leverage, I see the tax benefits, I see the opportunity. But he also said, I don't have time because he runs a very successul business. It's worth $4 or $5 million. He said, I don't have the time to go and
Yep.
focus on real estate, but I do want to. This is what he told me. He said, I want to get to $10 million net worth. The
Yep.
first thing he said to me on the call was, I want to get $10 million net worth. And so I'm thinking, why? Just like you said, why is that relevant to you?
Why is that important?
now I'm hearing his story, his situation, what he's using with his money, and I'm starting to realize, okay, that's a real number for him. He really does. Real estate's the better tool. So your persistent, the next one you have in here, your persistence turns possibilities into reality. His, in the universe aligning, he got a call with me. He's been on my calls for months, right? Be the bank, the 52 weeks to wealth. And he's watched the Abundance Thursdays. I said, hey, I got to go because I got a call with Vinney. Oh, cool. I love Abundance Thursdays. So I understand. And so he was attracted to this real estate solution because he had a different problem. And he said, I still want to get to this $10 million, but
Yes.
clearly the stock market's not going to do that. My business is going to take a long time to manifest that because he has a partner. So even though the business is at that level, he's still 50%. So he looked at real estate and said that actually has the 5 times leverage on it, the 4 times leverage on it that could do it. That's a universe bringing manifestation. Why does persistence turn possibilities into reality? Because yeah, okay, he's connected with me, right? But that doesn't mean anything's going to happen. It doesn't mean he's going to get into a fund. Doesn't mean he's going to do any kind of deals. Why is persistence so necessary? Why is that the next component you put in?
Oh, it's so special.
Because Vinney, so we're clear, I feel like you already said stick-to-itiveness, but you're coming back after you've gone and used the universe to manifest. You're coming back and saying, but you have to persist. Why is that?
You got to anything in life, consistency and persistiveness will get you to your goals, nothing else. Stickability, what we are talking today. See, if you just start saying, you know what, I want to do this, I want to do that, but then you don't persist, you just quit. You quit today, you quit tomorrow, I'll get to it next week. No, you will not. You will not. What you just shared right now is so true with lots of human beings, men, women alike, children, everybody, because we really want to accomplish a lot in our life, but we don't have definite goals. We don't have definite whys written down, which we see every morning, every night. And when we are doing toothbrush, we talk to the affirmations and the vision boards. All those things are designed to focus ourselves with what we want to do in our life, what we want to. So the key thing is what you said was that he's been on many webinars. I'm not saying what his name is or like that, but he just got, after many months of repetitive listening, watching, hey, I got to get into real estate. See, that's the number one thing, what you just hit it, because now he's ready. You know, what I find is that when a student is ready, the teacher appears. There are a lot of mentors.
There comes Vinney Chopra.
Hi friends, this is Vinney Chopra from here in Danville, California. And you might be saying, hey Vinney, what are these over here? You know, I wrote this book a few years back, Apartment Syndication Made Easy. It became top seller. I came from India with $7 in my pocket. It says 500 million. It's going to be 1 billion very soon, very soon. I'm right at about 850, 900 million. And then I'm ready for the next billion. Actually, you will see that happening, 2 billion in this book also. The other book I wrote, which has been a very big positivity, has been my life. Always, I've been married 43 years with 2 children, and the beauty is to be positive, the mindset that can take you to all the places in the world. And that's the book that also became big seller. My 3rd book, Senior Assisted Living, is coming. So do yourself a favor, go ahead and click the link below to get free copies, audio copies of these books, even printed copies of these books. If you, printed means digital, if you can't afford it, but I would highly recommend for you to get these, or go to Amazon.com. Just go to Amazon. I got it in soft cover, in hardcover, in Kindle, in audio, also the Spanish version of this book also. So let's crush it, guys. I know you can be successful. I know you can do the kind of things that you want to do in life and have the streams of income and know how to really, educate yourself so that you could become a strong force in this world in real estate. I know you can. So take that step. Don't just be on the sideline. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your education.
in my life also. I wanted to scale up and everything from single family, but I didn't know how to. But then when I was ready, then Ken McElroy appeared. David Lindahl appeared. Tony Robbins, I have been following him before for motivation side. That has not been a problem for me. Zig Ziglar appeared. Jim Rohn appeared, right? All these great mentors. But the student, the investor, the individual has to be ready to open that door and let them into your life.
I like
To
this.
say you got to take action. Please go ahead.
There's a story you tell often about doing your first multifamily deal. I think it was 11 units or 14 units.
Yes. Yeah.
That first multifamily deal, and then right away you did 80 unit deal like right after.
109 units. Yeah.
109 units right after.
Same week, brother. Same week. Look at what my signals were going on, but I worked 11 months consistently with stickability, with persistence, not giving up. Lots of days or weeks we said, no, this deal is not good. This deal is not good. This deal is not good. But we kept on underwriting, get more coaching from our coach. Then the result came, and we closed on 14 units on Monday and then 109 units on Friday.
I'm going to memorize these now. It was 14 units on Monday and then 109 units on Friday, but it was 11 months of not just underwriting. You were submitting offers because, Vinney, I don't know if you know about this epidemic that's happening inside this country, but there are people who underwrite and underwrite and underwrite and never submit an offer. And I see it coming out. I won't mention any of the gurus' names, but there are people who teach specifically only underwriting. And then those programs, and there's thousands, Vinney. Unfortunately, because these are very good trainers, but they're not giving the next step. So you have a lot of people who are underwriting and they think they're doing something, and they have some in my mastermind. They're underwriting every week, and I'm like, dude, like, how many offers did you submit? Because they can't close without an offer.
No, I agree with you. Can I close the gap also, brother?
Yeah.
It's not underwriting. It's not finding the right deal in the space you want to buy, getting the brokers give you the deals, then you underwrite, you give feedback and LOI, but also be looking at how will you close, how the investors will jump with you to bring the down payment and the closing cost, or do you have money in the bank to do it? So that's the third leg. That's where sometimes people are afraid to send LOIs. What if I get accepted? So lots of coaching programs don't take them through the whole thing and teach them how to really teach and talk to the investor base. Like in my book, Apartment Syndication Made Easy, I talk about those spinning of the plates.
And you have that inside the Multifamily Academy as well, the Syndication Academy. It's all sitting in there, how to talk to investors, what to say to them, how your PowerPoint, like all of it is there. And I think that there's a lot of people who see, oh, I've been doing things, but have you done everything, right? You've done a lot of work, but there is a step missing. So this persistence, there's got to be something. Oh, you have it right next. Okay, sorry. The next note you have in here is believe bigger, act braver, stay longer. So this persistence requires right action and then bigger actions.
I love it. I love it. Last night, Mastermind was one of the very best. A lot of people called me, texted me. Danny Lampert, I want to shout out to him. He came in my mastermind 3 years back, 2.5 years back, and then he graduated to one-on-one coaching with me. He will, and his wife will build $34 million portfolio in just 2 years. I'm so proud of him. And my team is going to put it on YouTube channel, I think today sometime, and everybody could watch that show, everybody. And it's going to mind blow you, how somebody not knowing anything about anything in syndication, how they persisted. That's the word today, right? Persisted, stickability, that he's a fireman and then his wife is a realtor and he's living the job of firefighter in 3 years, fully gone at the end of this year, he told us. He says that we are able to make so much money. It's so fabulous to see that happen to one of my very good
I got
friends.
another testimonial for you, Vinny. So I just found out we own $30 million worth of real estate because, and I won't even say it's just the real estate knowledge you give. For me, it's been the motivation, right? The positivity, the motivation that I
Yes.
get from you, the encouragement,
Ah,
but I also think just knowing how much you've done, the systems you talk about, where you had 150 people, staff, property managers, staff, or 185 property managers on staff, and the size of the operation, it made me feel more
yes.
confident with I can go and do these bigger deals. So there's a lot to be said about spending time with people who are doing things at a higher level. And you've given me a lot of inspiration. So if you need a
Oh, thank you,
testimonial
brother.
video, I'll get a testimonial video for you.
I
I
would love
appreciate
that.
you.
I would love that, brother. If you don't mind, just do it in a video and send it to me. I would appreciate it. My team is trying to, the message is great. And I can teach people, and people are really doing excelling. And this was so fabulous to hear last night. 38 million or so portfolio net worth has gone X times, many X times. My other very good friend, oh my gosh, oh no, yeah, Pereira, right? I'm trying to remember his first name. 200 million portfolio, and Dylan Marma, all that, But anyway.
So we're right at the end. I know you and I both have meetings. And for
Yes,
everybody who's
yes.
listening, we do this as Abundance Thursdays. We do it 9 a.m. PST, 12 p.m. EST. The final note that Vinny you gave me says anyone can start, but
Yeah.
legends finish. Your
Hmm.
stick-to-itiveness today is building your legacy tomorrow. For somebody who has not maybe seen the results that they want, there's two
Yes.
reasons. One could be they're not doing the right things,
Yeah.
or two, they haven't done it long enough. What is a tip for somebody to know if are they not doing enough of the right things, or are they not doing it long enough? How do you self-evaluate your business and yourself?
I would say, I'm so glad you said that. The thing is, it's one thing to say, I'm going to reach that goal. Everybody's got goals, but you got to break those down to systems, to systems. And then sticking to those systems, you could, let's say, if you want to accomplish 100 units this year, we got about 3 quarters left. We are in April 3rd. Hey,
It
today's
feels
our
easy right now. There's plenty of time, right?
our anniversary today. 45 years married to my sweetheart today. Really excited
Happy
about it.
anniversary, brother.
Thank you. It's such a great feeling to be able to stick to, we talk about stickability, right? So sticking to the same partner, and we are so happy with the family and everything. So the key thing is you got to really make those systems, and those systems have to be broken down. If you want to accomplish 100 units today, this year, what will it take? What market? What brokers are you talking to every week? How many calls are you making and underwriting deals? Just like you and I said, an LOI. Are you putting one LOI at least a week or so? Because then only you will be able to have to stick to those systems and activities to achieve your goal. It cannot
So
happen.
powerful.
So the key thing is you can give yourself feedback, slap on your face, or feel and smile every day. Did I do it or did I not do it? Do I have my assistants and other people who are helping me to do this? So it all boils down to systems.
Wow. Oh, Vinny, right at the end of the call, you just opened that up. Systems. And you threw a VA out there. You said my assistant. How many operators exist without having an assistant submitting offers all the time using the same fundamentals? If you had for 3 months a VA working for $500 a month, you could have submitted 100 offers in a 3 month
Yeah.
period, as long as you have a
Mhm.
good criteria and you point them in the direction. And these things aren't being done because people are not thinking on the system
Not
side,
thinking. Yeah.
and they're just afraid of results. I think a lot of that is the case. Vinny Chopra does have a training today for RAL, Real Residential Assisted Living, today
Yes.
at
10 a.m.
12 p.m., 10 p.m. 10
10 a.m.
a.m.
Pacific.
a.m. PST, so that's 1
Yeah.
p.m. So that's starting in like 30 minutes.
If you
So
want to get a ticket, it's free ticket. Just go to Eventbrite. Vinny Chopra, Eventbrite.
Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we do this every single week. If you're not on the 52 Weeks of Wealth, go to ibuildmillionaires.com and register. If you haven't already gone and checked out Vinney's free courses, he's done one per week each month. And those are at Eventbrite. Just type in Vinney Chopra and you get into the free webinar while he's still doing it. Remember, Vinney will be turning 73 years young this year.
Yay! Yes.
And at some point, his wife may say, no more Zoom calls, no more of those webinars. So hopefully he keeps doing it for a very long time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Abundance Thursdays. Cheers to your success. We have a choice. Always work with the best. We're inspired to build 100 millionaires.
Thursday. Yes.
We're inspired to build 1 million millionaires. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Gualter. See you all next week, 9 a.m. live in all the different channels. And God bless you. Have a fabulous day and the weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.
Wow, what an incredible conversation today. I hope you got tons of value from this episode. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and follow me on social media to stay updated on all the things real estate, investing, abundance mindset, and wealth creation. If you're an accredited investor looking for exclusive investment opportunities, be sure to join our elite Monil Investors Club at vinneychopra.com/invest, where we share details of our future projects. Quick disclaimer, we are not selling any securities, and this podcast is strictly for educational and information purposes only. The opinions shared by our guests are their own and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always do your own due diligence and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions. Thank you again for tuning in. Until next time, keep smiling, keep investing, and keep making a massive impact. God bless you.
Hey there! The upcoming episode is scheduled for Thursday. We appreciate your viewership of the Abundance Mindset Show. Tune in every Thursday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 12 p.m. Eastern on various social media platforms hosted by Vinney Chopra and Gualter Amarelo. Don't forget to subscribe, share your comments, and leave a 5-star review. Thank you for your support.